Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am finally back with another video, and in this video I'll just be explaining to you guys why I've been absent from YouTube. This will kind of be like an update of how my life has been since giving birth to my daughter, and what it's like balancing the things that I like to do, including YouTube, my hobbies, work, and things of that nature. So if you guys would like to see this video, if you're a first-time mom, or if you're not a first-time mom, if you just like my videos, then you want to make sure that you're like, comment, and subscribing to my channel, and you want to make sure that you keep watching this video. So if you guys are new to my channel, before you watch this video, you might want to take a look into my journey of my pregnancy, along with a couple of updates that I had filmed prior to after giving birth to my daughter. And then after that, I hit a plateau. Like, I stopped doing YouTube, and one of the main reasons was because my daughter was really colicky. And I actually filmed a 3-month update on what it's like having a colicky baby, and I put some tips and tricks in that video. I actually wasn't able to edit that video. I still have it, but I wasn't able to edit that video. So after you guys get through watching this video, you can head on over to that video, which I'll be posting right after I post this one, and I'll actually leave the video link in the cards above so you guys can check that video out, along with a bunch of other videos that I've recorded prior to this one and during my pregnancy. So that's one of the main reasons why I stopped doing YouTube, is because I have a colicky baby, and pretty much what a colicky baby is they cry a lot. Like, my baby cried so much. I was like telling her pediatrician, like, the baby's broken, like, I got a broken baby. Lord, the baby I asked for, you gave me Angelica Pickles. Like, my baby does not stop crying. And part of the reason why my baby was so, I would say, clingy on me is because I breastfed. And that's one of the things that hurt Doctor. Where was I? Oh my God. Breastfed babies, because they have a different bond with their mothers, they are so to speak clingy, and they want to be on you, they want to feel you, they want to be on you like skin. Like, and that's exactly how my baby was. Now, I'm just speaking in terms of me and my daughter. I'm not, other babies may not be as clingy and attached to their mothers as me and my daughter is, but my daughter absolutely loves being with me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm not sure about other parents and their babies, but my daughter wants to be attached to my hip like no other. I cannot put her down. She cries all the time. Like, if I put her down, some days I have to just do what I have to do with her on me, because it's that bad. Like, some people say the baby's spoiled. The doctor says you can't spoil a baby. So I just chuck it up as she just wants to be on me all the time, because she has a different bond and connection with me, because I do breastfeed, and it doesn't bother me much. But on the other hand, I don't get to do a lot of things that I enjoy doing, like YouTube. I don't get to do my YouTube videos because my baby rarely takes naps, and when she does take a nap, she wants me to take a nap with her. Like, she wants to feel my skin in the bed. So I don't get to have that free time to do YouTube or anything, washing bottles or cleaning up, doing laundry, all of those things. So my baby's out the house at the moment, so I utilize all of this time to do YouTube videos, do a couple of updates, and a couple of other things that I wasn't able to get done. So that's the thing with my hobbies, being YouTube and getting things done around the house. And I'm sure that my baby will grow out of these things. It's just at the moment I put a lot of the things that I love to do on the back burner, because I am a mother first, and my baby has all of my undivided attention. So that's just the thing that I would rather do, is just give her all of my attention. And I promise you, if she was here right now, she would be screaming like to the top of her lungs, and it is just ruin the whole video. So I'd rather not just do that, sitting around for the evening and then try to cram everything into these couple of hours that I have for myself. And I'm okay with that. I'm completely fine with that. Second of all, I want to discuss my breastfeeding journey. Now, in the culture, in the black community, breastfeeding isn't really something that we do. So I didn't have a lot of support when it came to breastfeeding my daughter. So I turned to social media, and I was so strict on me wanting to breastfeed that anything that anybody told me was never going to steer me away from wanting to breastfeed. And I want to encourage a lot of other mothers to breastfeed. So in my breastfeeding journey, I will admit it was hard, but it was something that I wanted to primarily focus on. I didn't have a plan B, and I didn't want a plan B. Like for other people, if breastfeeding didn't work for them, then their second option was to breastfeed. And for me, I'm sorry, I said to breastfeed, but was to supplement with formula. And I never wanted to supplement with formula. And with breastfeeding, you have so many different benefits from it. Not only is it a practically non-existent expense. I mean, you do have to pay for if you want to build a stash of milk in your freezer. You only have to buy like the freezer bags, the pump accessories that you may need. Insurance for a lot of people, probably most people, covers the breast pump, so you don't really have to pay for that. And the little things that go towards the breastfeeding pump and all of the necessary accessories that you may need. So the expense is literally non-existent when it comes to breastfeeding. But as opposed to formula feeding the baby, formula is so expensive. I don't even want to get into that because I've never bought a can of formula, and I've never given my daughter formula. Now that isn't to say that I'm looking down on or judging women who's breastfeed formula feeding their babies. Nothing against you. You rock, mom, go at it. If you like it, I love it, and that's just where I'm at with it. It was just my choice for me to breastfeed my daughter, to give her all of the beautiful nutrients that my body can provide to her at no expense. So that's exactly where I was with it. And it does get hard sometimes, like because I am working, which I also am going to touch on in a second. It is a lot harder for me to pump and get as much milk. Like if you're stressed, your supply does drop. And I follow a page on Instagram, Milky Mamas LLC, which helped me greatly throughout my breastfeeding journey. And I feel like without that page and a lot of research that I've done on my own, I probably would have been lost with breastfeeding, because like I said, in the black community, like within my family also, there's not a lot of people who wants to breastfeed. And because I've expressed I want to nurse my daughter past 12 months, is like people's like, what the F? Like, what are you thinking? Why would you want a toddler on your breast? And I feel like the things that I've researched, the benefits outweigh everything else. I don't care what anybody says about me breastfeeding a toddler. She's still a baby, and babies drink milk. She's not going to drink cow's milk. If she wants cereal, I'm going to pour some breast milk in there. And don't judge me, judge your mama. No, okay, all jokes aside, but breastfeeding, yes, ladies, if you want to breastfeed, I 100% encourage you to. It is hard sometimes. I drink drinks that help with lactation. I eat cookies that help with lactation, and it's a thing that you have to keep your mind focused on that thing, because if you don't, you might get frustrated one day and then your supply drops, and then you want to supplement with formula. So you have to keep that one track mind that this is the only food option your baby has until your baby gets older. My daughter will be 6 months tomorrow. We're gonna give her cake. I'm gonna let her taste food. I have let her taste like popsicles and cake before, and mashed potatoes. Like, that's not anything completely out of the ordinary for her age, but she's been strictly on breast milk since the time she was born. So I am starting to incorporate solids into her routine, just for her to taste different things, for her to get the taste and texture of different foods and different drinks. And I am mindful of the things that are too sugary or things that are sour. So I started out small with like mashed potatoes and oatmeal, and I give her a donut before, and cake. just things to where she can taste different flavors out of different foods. And you know, I just want to keep doing that, but ultimately I'm still want to nurse her until she's about 18 months old. And next, what I wanted to talk about was my work situation. So I do work full-time, and because of the job that I do work at, I do have a lot of time at home with my baby. And that's actually one of the reasons too, I would say, that my daughter is so attached to me, is because pretty much out of her entire 6 months, I've only worked, I would say, 2 months combined together out of the entire 6 months, because I get laid off a lot. I consistently am home with her for weeks at a time. So I'd say in total I've been at work for a total of maybe a month of combined all out of those whole 6 months. So when I am at work, I do pump. I pump twice within 10 hours, and that's just because of the convenience thing. Like, my job there, you know, it is the law for your job to allow you to pump when your child is under 1 year old. Now, I don't want to get into the laws and regulations, because there is different rules for the size of the company that you work for and all of those good things. So you would have to look that up for which state that you work in, but there is laws, and it's just a convenience thing. Like, I don't want to inconvenience anybody, because I work at a plant that they have to backfill me while I go pump for 15 minutes. So I just do it twice while I'm at work, and that's the thing that makes it a lot more cumbersome with the breastfeeding journey, is because you have to make sure that you're on top of that. So if I don't pump while I'm at work for the next day, I won't have any milk for my daughter. And then I utilize a lot of my time while I've been laid off to build a stash of milk in my freezer. So I have about, I'll say at the least a month's worth of milk in my freezer. And a lot of people may think that's a lot, but all of those Instagram pages that I follow, those moms have freaking months and months and months of milk saved. And I don't want to get to that point where my freezer is just full of freaking breast milk. I just want to make sure if there's an emergency, or if I have a last minute trip I want to go on, anything in that nature, that I have milk stored away for those last minute occasions. So that's the thing, like with working. So I'm busy with working, breastfeeding, and being a new mom. So I'm learning all of these new things that I never thought I would be placed into. So a sleep schedule with the baby. Her sleep pattern is changing, and when she wants to eat and when she wants to play. So my life pretty much revolves around her. So that's why I don't have a lot of time for YouTube, and I'm taking this opportunity to do things. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I will be vlogging in the future, so at least that'll be a way for me to do something that I absolutely love while still being a mom at the time. So I just want to make sure that I'm most comfortable with putting my daughter on the internet, and I feel like this isn't quite the moment. But if you guys have any more questions about the breastfeeding or working and pumping, then let me know in the comment section. I don't know it all, but I know enough to where if you ask me a question and I know the answer to it, I'll definitely give you the answer to it, or I'll make sure I can give you the resources to where you can find that information out. And that was pretty much it. I think with this video, I have some things in my notes that I wanted to talk about in this video, but I think that I've touched on everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. Yeah, just pretty much what it's like being a first time mom. And definitely, like I said, I started filming little updates, and it just got too overwhelming for me to even edit videos. So I'll be linking that video right after this one. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. As mentioned, if you guys have any questions, make sure that you are communicating with me in the comment section below. And if you have any video recommendations or anything of that sort, then make sure you leave those questions. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and make sure you are subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.